is up, people? It's your boy, KDBRK here. Today is going to be a bit of a different video than usual, with it being Men's Mental Health Month. Just wanted to touch on a few things about that and hopefully try and spread a bit of awareness about the topic and how, severe it actually is. And just obviously, like I said, try and help to spread awareness on the topic. I have got my phone for a few of the statistics, so if I am looking at my phone, it's because it's helping us to portray the facts. And like I say, I'm looking off websites that like the World Health Organization and stuff like that. So yes, like I say, if you didn't know already, today is, well, not today, but this month is one of the men's mental health months. I believe November's also the other month. So yeah, like I say, just want to spread awareness with for men, it is the biggest killer. If like I say, if I'm looking on here, suicide is the biggest killer under the age of 35 in every people. For men, it is the biggest killer under the age of 50, which is quite terrifying. Like I say, suicide is what I gather at an all-time high, especially in men. It's something like it's nearly 80% of suicides a year are men. And when you whittle it down, it's like one or two men a minute are taking their own lives because they can't cope anymore with the pain they're going through. A lot of it, admittedly, is due to society on how they're like, oh no, men can't talk about this, that, or the other. They have to bottle up and be strong. But I've said it to mates, and I stand by it. I'd rather have one of my male friends cry on my shoulder than me have to take it, like carry his coffin. Like, I've known a few people in my lifetime who have took their own lives. I've also tried to help people stop. Like, I've been at times when I've had to stop a few mates take their own lives as well. Like I say, it is one of the most scariest things out there when you're witnessing someone who you care about daily on the verge of, like say, taking their life. Suicide is a permanent problem to a temporary solution. And it sounds so corny to say that, but it genuinely is true. It's a bit like the saying YOLO. Uh, I mean, I stand against YOLO now because I say it as you live every day, you only die once, so you might as well live every day like it's your last, because you don't know when you're gonna die. So, like, honestly, just be happy and do all the stuff that you want to do. But like I say, it's with it being Men's Mental Health Month, I wanted to bring some like facts towards. So the following figures are accurate as of 25th November 2024. 436 people died by suicide in 2022. 346 males, 79%, and 90 females. The overall suicide rate was 8.6%, 8.6 per 100,000. The male suicide rate was 13.9 per 100,000, compared to the female suicide rate of 3.5 per 100,000. Like I say, it's very scary of how, like, how willing, well, not even willing, how desperate people are to get rid of the problem. Like, people don't take their own lives to shush the problem. It's they can't see any other solution, and that is the scary part. That it's not. There's no like help. Like say, based in the UK, it is getting better, but I would say in the UK, especially for men, they need to book up their ideas and actually start making bigger and longer strides to stop and help with male suicides. And like I say, it wasn't that long ago when I had a phone call and text message saying a friend from back home had took his own life. from a drug overdose. Like say, I've sat down and I've had to stop a mate from going to a train station that is known for suicides. Like say, it is really prolific, and like say that it's men's mental health, and it's like 1 a minute men are killing themselves, and it needs to be stopped, and it needs to be took seriously because it is depressing. Like say, um, key facts: more than 720,000 people die during suicide every year. A third of them are 15 to 29-year-olds. 15-year-olds, and they take their own lives. Now, surely, if that isn't enough, there has to be something else to make people think, hang on a second, we need to do something about this. 15-year-olds shouldn't be taking their own lives. Man or woman, at the end of the day, they they should be like, oh, what am I going to grow up? How am I going to cause trouble? Am I going to do my homework? That's what they should be worrying about, not if do they deserve to live or die. That shouldn't be in a 15-year-old's like even thought process. It's fucking mental. It really is. And like say, with it being Men's Mental Health Month, I wanted to touch on it a bit and like say, I'm not gonna. I've got mine can be quite bad. I would say I've got quite bad anxiety. I would say I've got so I put seasonal depression. Certain months I just don't do too well. It can get quite bad. Like they I either like oversleeping, not wanting to move out beds, or there has been times when I've been like severely over drinking, just to try and numb it. One thing I have unfortunately done help for everyone, but strongly recommend everyone try is generally just sit down and at least talk with a friend. If you're feeling like you're getting to the point where you don't want to be here anymore, talk to someone. I not going to say it's really not that hard because it is a lot harder than you think when you feel like the whole world's against you and you don't know what else you can do. You've you've got a spark in you. Just genuinely sit down and talk to someone. It is so much better, and not just for you, but for like family and friends as well. Sitting there and talking, it's the biggest thing that's probably going to save your life. Like you say, I'd rather carry the weight of my mates' tears on my shoulder than carry their coffin because they've took their own life. Generally, sit down and just talk. Honestly, it'll be so much better than, like say, a temporary, like a permanent problem to a temporary solution. Like you say, it's one of those what I've said and what I'm saying. It's my opinion and it's what I've witnessed. Not saying what it might be the case for everyone, but I can firmly say in the UK, mental health is not took as seriously as it should be. Like I say, there's people that self harm because they're like, well, why not? Why should I? Like, they want to inflict pain on themselves, and there's numerous reasons for that. People take copious amounts of drugs for the same way. Like say, self harm can literally be plucking your hair out to the point where you're causing yourself pain. It doesn't have to be alcohol, drugs, or cutting yourself. Self harm is literally anything that inflicts pain onto yourself. Like say, it's crazy how much that can actually be considered self harm. Like not eating, restricting your diet. Like I know a few people that they're not vegans anymore, but they were saying they were vegans because of how limited a veganism diet is, and it was making them have a reason to miss meals and not eat. Like, not saying all vegans, like obviously, but there is people out there that have chose like veganism as a form of self harm, and either knowingly or unknowingly have done it. And there's a lot more people need to get up and open up about and talk about. like I say, it's a crazy thing that like I've seen TikToks and it's like some of them are quite vile and then some of them are standby. Like there was one I've seen it quite often. This woman saying when everyone's doing that 1 minute of quiet for Men's Mental Health Month and then she's singing along to the song, take the piss saying that she's not like that is disgusting. Because if it was a woman's problem, you'd be probably outraged, but because it's a man, you find it hilarious. And like I say, for men, especially I would say in the age range of 15 to 35, suicide's the biggest killer for men. And people are mocking that, and that's fucking disgusting and vile. It shouldn't be a joke. It really shouldn't. It's fucking mental. It really is. So, like I say, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna in the description. I'm gonna put some websites, some numbers, and if you want to talk, talk. Like honestly, don't feel like you have to hide your feelings because you're a bother. The people who care about you want you to be a bother. Don't feel like you have to suffer in silence because at the end of the day, you are not alone. You're really not. I'm not gonna lie, there will be days when you will feel like that, but you are not alone. So do not suffer in silence. Speak up and speak out loud and voice your issues to make this world a better place with you in it. So, like I say, smile, live every day the best, and speak. Just speak out. Generally, it'll be so much better for you. Just speak out. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.